Hey there! Welcome back to Press Start Living. Please press that like and subscribe button for more great insights into Asia and life. We are dedicated to bringing you topical issues and fascinating peeks into Asian culture and happenings. Today, our topic is a cost of living comparison between New York and Tokyo. Ever considered what it might be like if you moved from New York to the beautiful city of Tokyo? Well, you are in the right place because we are going to unpack the whole situation for you, especially if you are a working professional or entrepreneur. This video is for you. We're going to sip some coffee together and chat about everything you need to know if you're thinking about becoming an expat in Japan. We'll cover the essentials: language, business culture, market access, regulatory environments, the startup scene, costs, work culture, and how relationships are built in Tokyo compared to New York. As part of this series on comparing Western and Asian cities, we will have a comparative list of living costs that illustrates the exact differences between the two cities. And let me prepare you, New York, as you already know, is at a much higher level of living costs compared to Tokyo. But we will get to that later in this video. Imagine this: you're used to ordering your morning bagel easily in English. But in Tokyo, it might feel like you're trying to order sushi with just a phrasebook in hand. We'll discuss how the language barrier could affect you and ways to manage it. We'll also dive into how business is done differently in Tokyo. Think of it as moving from the straightforward, fast-paced negotiations of New York to the more consensus-driven and respectful approaches in Tokyo. Like switching from hailing a cab in a New York minute to participating in a meticulous Japanese tea ceremony. Plus, we'll explore the practical sides of such a move. What's the cost of living? How do you set up a business? And what's the startup scene like? Is Tokyo really the tech gateway to Asia, as they say? And what about after hours? Is the Tokyo work culture really all about long hours and dedication? This video is designed to help you gauge whether your business and personal life can bloom in Tokyo's dynamic environment. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a business professional, or just curious about life in Japan, this chat will help you understand the opportunities and challenges of making such a significant move. So, get comfy, grab your beverage of choice, and let's get started on this exciting journey from New York to Tokyo. Ready to see if this adventure is for you? Let's dive in. So, you're a New Yorker thinking about packing your bags and setting up shop in Tokyo? Let's talk over a cup of coffee about what this big move might look like for you, especially when it comes to navigating the business world in these two megacities. Imagine swapping your New York mornings, where ordering a bagel in English is second nature, for the bustling streets of Tokyo, where suddenly you're trying to order sushi with the hesitant help of a phrasebook. It's a big leap, right? Moving from an English-dominant environment to a city where Japanese prevails can indeed pose a language barrier. But don't worry. There are plenty of ways to manage and even embrace this new challenge. Starting with basic Japanese is a great first step. A few essential phrases can go a long way in daily interactions, making your transition smoother. Consider using language apps or online resources to learn at your own pace. It's not just about the language. It's also about connecting with others. Even a simple attempt to speak Japanese can endear you to locals and open doors to richer, more authentic experiences. Technology can also be a huge ally. Translation apps can help you navigate everything from menu items to train directions. While not always perfect, they provide a helpful bridge as you improve your language skills. And remember, you're not alone in this journey. Tokyo is home to a vibrant expat community, and many services are tailored to English speakers, especially in expat-friendly areas. Connecting with fellow expats can offer both practical advice and a support network. They've been exactly where you are and can share invaluable insights. While the thought of starting over in Tokyo might seem daunting at first, each small step you take in learning the language and engaging with the community turns these challenges into exciting opportunities. Before you know it, ordering sushi in Japanese will feel just as natural as ordering your morning bagel in New York. So embrace the adventure and let Tokyo's charm unfold. Imagine transitioning from the brisk, direct pace of New York business, where getting straight to the point is akin to hailing a cab during rush hour, to the more nuanced, consensus-driven atmosphere of Tokyo. Think of it as participating in a meticulous Japanese tea ceremony where every gesture and word is significant and steeped in respect. In New York, time is money and negotiations are often fast and forthright. Decisions are made quickly aiming for rapid progress and immediate results. It's a dynamic environment where assertiveness and clear, concise communication are prized. This approach mirrors the city's overall tempo, energetic and always on the move. Now, shift your frame of reference to Tokyo, where the business culture is dramatically different. Here, the pace is more deliberate. Business decisions are often the product of group consensus rather than individual assertiveness. This method values harmony and respect, ensuring all voices are heard and considered before moving forward. It's less about the quick win and more about building lasting relationships and mutual trust. Understanding these differences is crucial for anyone moving from New York to Tokyo. In Tokyo, you might need to adjust your communication style, learn to read non-verbal cues, and practice patience. It's important to show respect for the process and invest time in getting to know your colleagues and business partners. The focus is on the long-term outcome and the strength of the relationship rather than just the deal at hand. Navigating this shift can be as intricate as learning the steps of a tea ceremony, but it's also deeply rewarding. By embracing these cultural nuances, you'll not only become more effective in your professional interactions, but also gain deeper insights into Japanese culture, enhancing both your personal and professional life in Tokyo. This understanding will transform initial challenges into valuable skills that can help you thrive in your new environment. Are you pondering a move from the bustling streets of New York to the vibrant cityscapes of Tokyo? If you're diving into market sizes and access, let's lay out some friendly insights to help make your decision easier. New York, as you know, is a powerhouse of finance and tech. It's a bit like shopping on Fifth Avenue. Luxurious, vast, and everything you need is readily available. The city boasts a diverse and enormous market that caters to just about every industry. Whether you're launching a startup or looking to expand a well-established business, New York offers a dynamic and competitive landscape that's hard to match. Switching over to Tokyo, imagine stepping into an ultra-modern showroom. This city isn't just a major player on the global stage, it's your premier gateway to Asia. Tokyo is particularly enticing if your interests lie in tech, electronics, or automotive industries. Here, innovation isn't just a buzzword, it's the standard. The city thrives on cutting-edge technology and is at the forefront of developments that influence these sectors globally. But Tokyo offers more than just access to advanced technology. It provides a strategic vantage point into the Asian markets, which are booming with growth and opportunities. The business environment here is sophisticated, with a culture that values meticulous planning and respect in negotiations and partnerships. So, if your career or entrepreneurial spirit is steering you towards industries where innovation is key, Tokyo can be a thrilling hub. It's a place where tradition meets futuristic innovation, offering unique opportunities to grow your business and career in a culturally rich and economically vital region. Making a move from New York to Tokyo could indeed be a game changer, opening doors to new challenges and vast opportunities in the heart of Asia. Moving from New York to Tokyo, you're probably used to navigating complex situations, like figuring out an alternate route when the subway is down. Well, dealing with regulations in Tokyo might feel a bit like that at first. The regulatory landscape here is known for being intricate, with a strong emphasis on detailed paperwork and strict adherence to procedures. However, it's not all daunting. Recently, there have been some changes aimed at smoothing the process for foreigners. These adjustments are making it increasingly manageable to navigate this system. Just like getting used to a new subway line, once you learn the ropes and understand what's expected, handling these regulations becomes part of your routine. And remember, there are always resources and communities of fellow expats who can offer guidance based on their own experiences. Thinking about diving into the startup scene after moving from New York to Tokyo? Let's paint a picture to help you visualize the shift. New York, as you know, is like Times Square during a peak night. Bright, bustling and overflowing with venture capital and opportunities at every corner. It's a whirlwind of activity where big ideas meet big money, making it a hotspot for entrepreneurs. Now imagine transitioning to Tokyo. Here, the startup scene might initially seem more like a serene, meticulously cared for park than the electrifying buzz of Times Square. But don't let the calm fool you. Tokyo is rapidly catching up in the global startup race. The city is increasingly supporting innovation with initiatives aimed at nurturing startups, much like carefully planting seeds in a well-tended garden. These efforts are starting to flourish, creating a nurturing environment for new businesses. So, if you're considering making this move, you'll find Tokyo's growing commitment to innovation a promising ground for planting your business dreams. The city offers a unique blend of structured support and emerging opportunities, making it an exciting, albeit different, entrepreneurial landscape to explore. If you're mulling over moving your business from the bustling streets of New York to the vibrant scenes of Tokyo, you're probably bracing yourself for high costs. Kind of like planning a meal at a Michelin-starred restaurant, whether it's in Manhattan or Shibuya. Yes, operating costs, from office rentals to salaries, can feel steep in both cities. But here's a helpful hint. Tokyo might just surprise you with a few financial perks. Think of Tokyo like that high-end restaurant, which occasionally offers a special discount coupon. The city provides various subsidies and incentives specifically designed to attract and support foreign businesses. These financial breaks can significantly reduce the initial burden of setting up shop in a new country. They're part of Tokyo's commitment to fostering a global business environment and encouraging innovation. So, while the sticker shock of business expenses can be daunting in Tokyo, remember that these incentives can act like a discount coupon, making the move more manageable and financially viable. It's a way for Tokyo to say, "Welcome, let's do great business together." One of the biggest shifts you might notice is in the work culture. In New York, the pace is relentless, with a deep-rooted hustle mentality. However, there's a noticeable trend towards valuing work-life balance. Imagine clocking out early enough to enjoy a leisurely stroll through Central Park on a warm afternoon. Tokyo, on the other hand, has historically leaned towards a culture of long hours and steadfast dedication. It's common to see employees staying late to meet deadlines or to demonstrate commitment to their roles. However, just like in New York, there's a shift happening here too. Tokyo is gradually embracing a more balanced approach. Picture this. More and more workers are finding time to unwind in one of the city's serene gardens after office hours. This evolving perspective on work-life balance in Tokyo might come as a relief if you're used to the emerging flexible work culture of New York. While the change might not be as fast as some would like, it's definitely a move towards a more sustainable and enjoyable work environment. So, as you plan your move, it's comforting to know that both cities are on a path where work can coexist more harmoniously with personal life. If you're thinking about making the big move from New York to Tokyo, one of the key aspects to wrap your head around is how business relationships are built and maintained. In New York, business interactions are famously direct and fast-paced, kind of like grabbing a quick slice of pizza on your way to the next meeting. Decisions are made quickly and networking feels as dynamic and bustling as the city itself. Tokyo, by contrast, presents a different rhythm. Here, building business relationships is more about slow trust building and nurturing long-term connections. It's akin to settling in for a multi-course meal that takes an entire evening to savor. Each course, or meeting, is a step towards deeper understanding and respect. This approach emphasizes respect, patience, and the importance of harmony in interactions. Understanding this difference can really help as you navigate your new environment. Embracing the slower pace and depth of relationship building in Tokyo can not only ease your transition, but can also open doors to more meaningful and lasting business opportunities. It's all about adapting and appreciating the local flavor, both in cuisine and in business culture. So, if you're considering the leap from New York to Tokyo, think of it as moving from the fast-paced, direct streets of Manhattan to the meticulous, respectful avenues of Tokyo. Each city has its rhythm and melody, and it's about finding where your business tune plays best. Ready for the adventure? So you've decided to pack your bags for the grand adventure, moving from your New York and deciding on Tokyo. Now let's chat about how your daily life expenses stack up in these cities using some examples you'll find quite relatable. The cost of living comparison will now be shared with you, and the table with all the numbers will be shown on screen while we talk through each key aspect of living costs. Let's start with something simple, grabbing a meal at McDonald's. In New York, a combo meal costs you about $12, which is almost like buying a new hardcover book every time you fancy a burger and fries. Jump over to Tokyo and it's a different story. Here, that same meal costs just $5.16, more like the price of a magazine at the checkout line. Now, how about a morning ritual? If you're a coffee lover, snagging a regular cappuccino in New York will set you back $5.56. That's about what you might pay for a fancy slice of cake at a nice bakery. In Tokyo, however, it's only $3.19, closer to what you'd pay for a loaf of bread. Thinking of cooking at home? Let's talk about staples like rice. In New York, a kilogram of white rice is priced at $7.16, which could almost get you 2 movie tickets on a discount day. Over in Tokyo, it's just $3.21, about the cost of a decent notebook. Getting around the city is another tale. A monthly transport pass in New York is a whopping $132, akin to what you might pay for a couple of nights at a budget hotel. In Tokyo, this essential pass is only $50.35, more like the cost of a fancy dinner for one. Dreaming of driving a new Volkswagen Golf? In New York, you'll need to shell out $28,000. Think of it as the price of a small boat. In Tokyo, the price tag reads $21,500. More like buying a high-end motorbike instead. If you're looking to live right in the heart of the city, renting a 1-bedroom apartment in New York will cost you $4,200 per month. That's almost like buying a small used car every month. Meanwhile, in Tokyo, you can get a similar apartment for just $980, closer to the cost of a high-end laptop. Thinking of buying? The price per square meter in the downtown area of New York is about $18,000, similar to what you might spend on a luxury RV. In Tokyo, it's significantly less at $8,000, more like the price of a small diamond ring. Lastly, let's talk earnings. The average monthly net salary after tax in New York is a handsome $6,000, almost what you'd pay for a luxury watch. In Tokyo, it's $2,800. Which could fetch you a nice piece of designer furniture. So, there you have it. Whether you're eating out, sipping coffee, commuting, or planning your housing, the differences in living costs between New York and Tokyo are pretty stark, much like comparing a yacht with a canoe. Now, where would you rather drop your anchor? Thanks for staying with us to the end. We love bringing you all sorts of Asian lifestyle insights and cost of living comparisons. If you have any questions or requests for more comparisons, please do tell us in the comments below. Press Start Living is your window to the daily Asian life rhythms and rich cultural tapestry that make this Asian continent an endless source of fascination and wonder. From morning markets in Hong Kong to the neon-lit nights in Tokyo, experience the everyday wonders of Asian life. While you are here, why not check out some of the other cost of living comparisons on the channel, or take a deep dive into Asian culture to ease the culture shock of landing in Asia? As always, suggestions for videos are welcomed, so drop a comment below. Here you can learn about the traditions, festivals, and customs that define and distinguish each Asian culture. We offer comprehensive insights for English-speaking tourists, expats, and residents. Savor the flavors of Asia's diverse cuisines, from street food gems to fine dining delights. Please subscribe as it really helps the channel. Stay safe and see you in the next one.